From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Monday, August 4th. We had just a stellar weekend when it came to the temperatures. It was refreshing. It was, dare I say, cool out. Started out that same way this morning, but the heat's going to ramp up again, and you're going to have more humid temperatures as the day goes on.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
Our top story is an all-too-familiar one. A local neighborhood sees its third shooting to wound a young victim in just more than a week. The most recent case happened yesterday afternoon. News 8's Brittany Noble has been following the story.
Cumberland Police say in just 8 days, 3 shootings involving juveniles happened in the same neighborhood. This most recent incident happened yesterday afternoon at a home on Cooley Lane near 10th Street. And so far, investigators are still trying to figure out what led up to the shooting. Only saying authorities found the victim, who is male and a juvenile suffering from a gunshot to the leg. Police did not say if there are any suspects in this case. An officer who was at all 3 of the shooting scenes says something needs to change.
You know, again, I don't think this is just a community problem. I think our city and our county and our state is having the same issues, and we really need to press upon some kind of answer. I don't know what that answer is. You know, a community needs to come together and start parenting and start understanding why and how our juveniles are getting their hands on guns all the time.
Last weekend, Cumberland Police say a juvenile and man were recovering after a shooting that stemmed from a drug deal at the Knoll Ridge Townhomes. If you have any information that can help stop these incidents, please contact police. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Contract negotiations continue between Kroger and the union representing its workers in Indiana. The two are set to meet again sometime this week. The standoff prompted a rally outside the Kroger at 10th and Shadeland. Demonstrators called for better pay and benefits for employees. News 8's Malia Van Ostrin was there.
For far too long, we have given up so much, and you know, the workers are tired. They can't pay their bills. We have food banks in our break rooms. And, you know, we have a union. You know, we shouldn't have food banks in our break room.
Reynolds has worked for Kroger for 27 years. She's one of dozens of grocery store workers who gathered Sunday afternoon in the parking lot across from the Kroger on East 10th Street to protest Kroger's most recent offer, a 90-cent pay increase over 3 years and a $200 gift card. Participants call it insulting.
That's what they offered us, not back pay, but a $200 Kroger gift card. Do you know what's more insulting? Kroger gets this money back. I can't spend it anywhere else.
Organizers say Kroger made more than $33 billion in profit last year, but workers here say their pay, which starts at $16 an hour, doesn't cover the cost of living in Indianapolis. They're also frustrated with the lack of working hours available.
Kroger can afford to pay us more. They can afford to give us more hours, and they can afford to fix our understaffing crisis, but they are refusing to because they want to protect their bottom line.
So far, the union has rejected 2 contract proposals due to insufficient wage increases and benefits. In a bargaining update, the company reported it pays an average hourly wage of $18.18 an hour. People at the rally are hoping for a living wage with dollar raises, not cents, want good benefits and a fair contract.
We're prepared for a long fight, whether it's in the coming months or 3 years from now.
Many people at the rally say they'd like to see reform within the union.
The goal is to bring transparency back to our union, help the workers have, better working conditions. That's what we want. We're not asking for the sky. We're just asking for what's fair.
The union represents 8,000 grocery store workers at Kroger locations across central Indiana. Negotiations are expected to continue August 6th. I'm Aaliyah Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
The governor of Texas says he will start working to kick Democrats out of the state House of Representatives. Dozens of them have fled the state in an effort to prevent a vote on a plan to redraw the U.S. House districts. The protesting Democrats flew to Chicago yesterday. Video was seen of a plane carrying the lawmakers as it left Texas. While gone, Republicans lack the quorum necessary to pass the redistricting. President Trump urged Texas Republicans to try to add districts favorable to the GOP this year to help boost their narrow House majority in the next year's midterms. President Trump says he also plans to name a new head for the Bureau of Labor Statistics this week. He fired the agency's commissioner last week after the Bureau's July jobs report showed low job growth and a major downward revision of job numbers from May and June. Revisions are routine for unemployment reports as new information comes in. The revision in this case was the largest since the first weeks of the pandemic. The president claims the report was rigged to make him look bad. Leading economists say there's no evidence to support that claim. Wish TV is your education station. Students at Indianapolis Public Schools head back to class today. The district is launching a new initiative focused on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math subjects. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports from outside IPS headquarters downtown.
William Penn Middle School will be part of a first group with what IPS is calling Destination 2032. As the name suggests, it will get more IPS graduates STEM ready by the year 2032. It will expand opportunities in science, technology, and engineering and math for those students, and it will also expand to Arlington Middle School by 2027. Destination 2032 fits into a broader initiative which started last year in the district. They call it the Rebuilding Stronger Plan. Dr. Alicia Johnson, the superintendent of IPS, spoke to us right here live on Daybreak this morning, and she says the district is now settling into that plan.
We really just want to build and improve upon what we started last year. We saw increased enrollment in things like our STEM programs, our International Baccalaureate programs, our middle schoolers taking advantage of things like band, orchestra, foreign language, algebra. So we just want to keep building on that progress.
The Rebuilding Stronger Plan restructured buildings and added more specialized schools for families to choose from, among other improvements to the district. This year also marks the launch of a new bus tracking app called First View, and district leaders say they hope it gives parents more peace of mind when sending their kids to school this year. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
As students go back to school, we're taking a deeper dive into artificial intelligence in education. I have the first of 3 stories on this subject and start with kindergarten through high school. Educators say AI is here in those schools, whether districts are implementing it or not. The learning landscape is changing. Lawrence Township goes back to class on Wednesday. I talked to the district leaders, and they say the district is embracing the technology. This year, students of all ages and teachers will be using a program called School AI. In the Metropolitan School District of Lawrence Township,
AI is going to kind of evaluate where the student's at.
Teachers are starting to use a pilot program called School AI.
They're going to have this bot that they're able to interact with.
So I can talk to this, I can ask it questions?
Absolutely. So it can speak to you.
Awesome details.
Oh, there you go. And introducing me to their new chatbot, Dot.
1 + 3 is 4.
Great job. 1 + 3 is 4. You just unlocked the next part of our adventure.
Have kids used this?
Great question.
Yes.
Teacher's going to oversee this whole process.
Teacher controls it.
It's something not to be afraid of. We've got to embrace it. We've got to teach students the appropriate use, but not to be afraid of AI.
Troy Noter is the chief academic officer for the district.
We've got to engage them with AI because it's here.
Oh, your reading speed and your percent correct. Good job.
After testing the program out last year, he's overseeing district-wide AI implementation this school year.
A policy around AI that really sets the vision for the district, indicates that we're embracing AI as a school district, indicates the uses that we would approve, and then the things that students can't do.
He says teachers can use this as a tool to be more efficient, grading work faster, helping make lessons. Teachers will be in control, creating spaces for students to work in at school. For older kids, teachers can monitor in real time how they're interacting with an assignment or give feedback quickly on an essay. For younger students, it can act as a research guide or help solve math problems.
Want to try the next one? What is 1 + 3?
Do you say to a child, though, this is a computer?
That's an important part of the teaching of AI, is that this is a chatbot, but your teacher is in the middle of that conversation that you're having.
But what if students use AI outside of school? Hey, ChatGPT, write me a paragraph on AI in education.
Absolutely. Artificial intelligence is transforming education by personalizing learning.
The district says teachers are trained to look out for this kind of cheating.
Part of the training for our teachers is how to spot AI-generated writing, and really knowing who your students are as students, and being able to recognize when something's not their voice or not their work.
Do you have any specific math problems or concepts in mind?
Why approach AI like this? Why embrace it?
It's here. The students have access to it outside of school. We need to teach them how to use it appropriately.
He says districts across Indiana are doing the same thing.
Digital learning coach at Zionsville Community Schools.
Zionsville is featured on Magic School AI's website as a success story.
You know, if we don't teach kids how to use generative AI responsibly in schools, then kids aren't going to be prepared for the future.
Deal Khan is a former principal and now the CEO of Magic School AI.
Generative AI is happening.
He says there are 28,000 teachers using his program here in Indiana, and the company is partnered with 35 school districts.
There's a user of Magic School in every school and district in the country by our count.
He says it's a tool that can help curb teacher burnout and help students understand technology before they discover it on their own. But using AI at school needs to be well thought out.
Of course, these are responsible use cases, things like getting feedback on your writing instead of having AI write the essay for you, or, you know, just exploring generative AI to understand how it works and what it does with some guardrails to make sure that it's being used appropriately.
In Lawrence Township, that appropriate use is preparation.
The other reality is that AI-related jobs are among the fastest growing in the world right now. And so in preparing students for what they might go into as a career, we've got to expose them to AI.
Lawrence Township says the State Department of Education is funding its AI pilot program with a $55,000 grant this year. Teachers will start introducing it to students this week. Next in our series, we go to college. I went to Purdue University to find out the AI guidance for professors and students and how the school combats cheating. We'll have that story on Monday, next week on Daybreak. This has been your News 8 Daily for Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.